afternoon and welcome to Yoga Biz Studio, a weekly internet show of 10 to 30 minutes in length hosted by me, Carla Wilson, owner of Wilson Media Services, and also by my colleague,
Keeley Mitchell, the principal at Z Living.
Each week on our show, we share business, legal, and marketing tips for yoga studio owners and independent yoga teachers. For our Yoga Biz Studio webcast, we employ Google Plus Hangouts on Air. So you are either watching our show on Google Plus, on our website at yogabizstudio.com, or via YouTube. Whatever method you're using to watch our show, we thank you. Just a reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, you may want to click on the little yellow graphic at the bottom of the screen that will navigate you over to our our Google event page at Yoga Biz Studio so that you can see the Q&A panel that is displayed just below the video where you can enter questions and comments that we see and we can address your comments on the show. What I wanted to do was let you know about today's episode. We are going to be sharing some marketing essentials and that you must have to start your business. And the best part about these essentials is that they're free. So you might be surprised that what our list includes. And so let's just jump in and get started. Keeley, why don't you go ahead and kick off the discussion and let us know the first thing that's essential, the first marketing thing that's essential when you're starting your yoga business.
Thanks, Carla. I actually really love this topic today because who doesn't like free things? And so often people think before they start a business, they're going to have to spend so much money and it's this big, hard task to, take hold of. But it really doesn't have to be. And thankfully, yoga is one of those businesses that you can really start on a dime, if you want to go even further. So I'm really, really excited about this. So to start us off, the first free essential is to have a business name. So your clients and your potential clients know how to identify you. And it doesn't have to be anything, this big name. I mean, you can choose to use your own name. So if I started a Yoga Biz Studio today, I could easily just say, Keeley Mitchell, and that could be the name of my business. But other people can come up with like a catchy name if they want. If they don't want to use their own personal name, it really doesn't matter. The important thing is you select a name, and of course, the next important thing is it's free. It doesn't cost anything to select the name. Now, I want to remind everyone that we are discussing the basics for starting a yoga business. However, if you are thinking on a bigger scale, like you really want to have this big business or, studios all over the place, then be sure to watch Picking Your Business Name episode from November. So if you go to the Yoga Biz Studio website and you kind of go back to the different episodes, look for that one. It was back in November. If you really want to grow your business, then watch this episode because Carla and I discussed how to select a business name that no one else has selected. We also discussed how to conduct a name search, and guess what? They're all free. So it's watch the episode, but the most important thing is selecting your business name, get your business up and running. So Carla, you want to give us the second essential item?
Thanks, Keeley. Yeah, so after picking your business name, and you'll see that our discussion today is going to be a little bit of a roundup from some of our previous episodes, but at least we wanted to bring them all together into one. So after picking your business name, the next most essential thing that you'll need that's free for your yoga business is an email address. You might say to me that an email address isn't important. Why can't I just use my personal email address? But again, you want to have a business name. You want to treat yourself like a business. Again, that was one of our previous episodes. And in order to do that, you really should have a dedicated email address just for your yoga business. And that way it helps you to keep in touch with your tribe as your business. So it's really important to have that email address, again, one that is solely dedicated to your yoga business. So mine might be carlawilsonyoga@gmail.com. If you have planned, again, if you have thought a little bit bigger picture and you maybe decide you're going to have a big website someday and you've set that up, you could have Carla at carlasyogabusiness.com. But just to get started for free, Gmail lets you set up an email address. So, go ahead and use Gmails and have access to all of Google's goodness that way, and set up a free email address.
All right. Wonderful, Carla. Great advice. The third free essential involves promotion. So I know everyone starts hearing promotion and they start thinking, oh my God, we're going to have to spend money. But these 3 ideas I'm going to give you are free. Believe it or not, there are ways to promote yourself without spending money. We're only giving 3 today, but there are probably a list more that we could probably give. The first way is to tell all your family and friends about your new business. Offer to teach your family members and your friends for a discount. Tell them that they get the special friend and family discount to get yourself, one, comfortable with teaching and running the business, but let them start spreading the word. Let them say like they took an actual class with you and they enjoyed it so they can recommend you to their friends. Also, consider offering them a discount if they bring someone to the class that they're teaching. So that way they're expanding. There's an incentive for them to start bringing people that you don't have contact with, and that, these people can get a little taste of what you do, and maybe they can spread the word. A second way to promote your services is, promote yourself to other yogis that are out there. Let other yogis that that are teaching, let them know that, hey, if there's a class that they need, they can't teach, you could be the fill-in. Let you cover the class when they can't. Or if they teach private, classes, if they have an overflow, why don't they forward them to you? So if they start getting too booked for a day and people want, instruction, they can say, hey, I know another yoga instructor. Why don't I refer you over to them? So that's a great way. And we all love referrals because that's someone vouching for you, so that, increases your credibility.
Yeah.
So these are really great ways to spread the word. Another option for promoting yourself is to find free websites. There's one out there called yourguru.com. It's brand new. It focuses on fitness people, and they have a lot of yoga instructors that are actually signing up. I believe the person who founded the website actually is a yogi himself. Don't quote me 100% on that. But it's a great place. It's for free. You set up your whole bio, and it's a way for students in the area to find out about yoga instructors. Also, there's actually something on there that once you have students, they can go on and rate you and say how wonderful you are to attract even more students. So that's definitely something to do. So there you go. That's 3 examples right there of free promotion that you can do, and it won't cost you anything, and it will get your name out there.
Exactly. Great stuff, Keeley. And when Keeley and I were preparing the show today, we realized there's actually some bonus material here that we can offer to you, and that is to set up a blog. There's a lot of free blog site resources out there, Blogger, Tumblr, and even WordPress.com. You can host your own blog, which is a great starter website for you. That is something that you could either use as your website later or incorporate into maybe a bigger website that you're designing later on. So that's one, again, free marketing essential that we think you should use to set up, that you must have when you start your yoga business. That way, it's, again, another way for folks to find you online and help you promote your business. So there you go. All of those free essentials.
Great bonus, Carla. I like that one. So this brings us to our takeaway segment for the week. And it's funny because pretty much our whole episode is the takeaway segment. So there isn't one particular thing we're going to tell you to do. I'm going to actually tell you, do all 3 of the free essentials that Carla and I discussed today, plus the bonus. All of these can be implemented today. I mean, literally today, you can pick your business name, although I do suggest you could put some little thought into it. But you can get your free Gmail email address. You can set up a blog. You can start telling your family and friends and spreading the word about your business. So these are three or four things that you can do so easily and do today. So that is your takeaway segment. If you are thinking about starting your yoga business today, you've been procrastinating, there's no reason to procrastinate anymore. Just do it. Take these steps, and who knows, next week you could have a host of students that you're teaching and your yoga business be up and off the ground.
Exactly, exactly. And that's why we're here. We want you to have a successful yoga business. So follow these great steps. On our next episode for you, we're going to be discussing how to use images on your website and in your marketing. And as well as your newsletters and your blog. It's important for you to have permission to use these images so that you don't find yourself immersed in a lawsuit. This is another one of those licensing topics that you might, be unaware of. And we want you to stay protected, want you to do the right thing, and want you to take advantage of how important image marketing is in 2014. So we're going to talk about image licensing on our next episode, Thursday, May 22nd at 2 p.m. Eastern. So tell your friends, and we will see you here next Thursday. In the meantime, please feel free to message us with your questions or show ideas. Our email address is yogabizstudio@gmail.com. You can also find us on the social networks of G+, Facebook, and Twitter at Yoga Biz Studio. Or you can watch this episode or any of our past episodes at our website at yogabizstudio.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Carla. And thank you, our audience, for joining us today. Our Yoga Biz Studio show is brought to you weekly by me, Keeley Mitchell of Z Living, and Carla Wilson of Wilson Media Services. Until next week, namaste.
Namaste, everyone.